Welcome along to Kick to Advantage. My name is David Newett. In this little interview we have a chat with a local junior footy club coach who talks about how he got into coaching, what he focuses on, how much time he gets to improve his kicking and what he's going to look forward to for the remainder of the 2020 season. Please enjoy.
Just like most coaches, I started off as a volunteer, just a parent of my son's team. So first year I was on the sidelines and watched them go about it and saw how much work it was and thought I'd get involved in the second year. So I'm into my second year's coaching now just through that.
And you look like you could play a bit, so you got handed the coaching gig?
Yeah, I think so. It took me the first year just to figure out what was going on, but sitting back and watching other coaches go about it, I thought I could do that as well. So the second year, yeah, it's like everything relies on volunteers, and I was probably the last man standing to a degree, but deep down I probably wanted to do it and enjoy doing it. Coached under 9s and now I'm in under 10s, and I think the first focus is just keeping it as fun as possible. That's the main thing for me. I've got 20 kids. Last year I had 20 kids, and that was quite an experience to try and manage different skill levels, different attention spans. So fun was all part of it, but then just skills as well as best we could. So I think my real focus was fun, and then also just building the belief in people. Go get the ball, you can go get it, and then trying to build skills off the back of that.
And how many sessions a week would you have trained?
We just trained to one, so just for 1 hour. So there wasn't a lot of time to do one-on-one type skill drills or teaching.
How much time frame would you have given to individual feedback in relation to your kids kicking?
Yeah, not a lot. And again, as a volunteer myself, sometimes you do feel a little bit like not qualified enough to get into the detail of techniques. But I think at the start of the season there's a little bit more of it, but as the season goes on there's less of it. Winter comes and kids trying to keep their interest and stuff, you do make it a bit more fun as well. So I would have said one-on-one stuff we didn't do a lot of, to be fair.
Yeah. And correction on the training nights when you saw the kids, if they missed a target, was it easy to see or correct them as they're going, or do you sort of...
No, not necessarily. I mean, you've got to have the sort of skill set, I suppose, to identify it at full speed as well, so not having the ability to slow it down. We didn't have any videos or anything like that to sort of monitor the kids and work through it with them at that age too. But generally it's just the sort of normal ball drop type things, but nothing sort of too developed at that age level that we could sort of give them, I suppose, as a tools to correct techniques.
And going in, would you have said that you, like you said, you weren't not qualified in relation to kicking, but did you feel like you had some good education and advice around how to teach kicking, or was it sort of just as you go?
I think it was as you go. I mean, I'm a keen sportsman, so I've watched a lot of footy and played a little bit, but so I had my own ideas. I suppose just naturally is built up through experiences, but so I wasn't not confident, but I think as you see the kids, it's interesting because I've got my own child who obviously I've played kicked the footy with for many years now. He's now almost 10. Getting new kids in and seeing the different levels of experience, I suppose I was a little bit out of my depth then, and that's when I probably just looked up some internet sort of stuff to try and figure it out as time went on and what drills might help. But as I said, when you've got 1 hour per week with 20 kids, building skills in and keeping their interest, it's probably more about fun and game orientated stuff.
What was the confidence level with your players with the kicking? Would you feel?
Yeah, I still think at under 10 or under 9 level and under 10 level, kids are just happy to be out there and playing first and foremost. So they're with their mates, whether they continue to play footy or not. But I suppose what I'm thinking about is under 10s, under 11s, that skill set becomes even more important to keep the kids participating. I think the kids that generally can go win the ball are generally more confident in kicking the ball. But I sort of find there's two levels as well. You want kids to teach them how to get the ball and how to use it, both from a confidence perspective, but even the confident kids who go get the ball, you want to take them to the next level and say, now you've got to use the ball in a better way. It's good to get 20 kicks and bomb it long, but you'll benefit your team more by actually using that ball. So there's sort of two sets of kids, I suppose, that I tried to work on and got more into the ear of the other kids who are a bit more skills are a bit more advanced to try and use that ball in a better way and hit a target and feel good about hitting that target. I mean, it's hard to know whether the season's going to kick off for one, but yeah, it's probably, it'll be just about getting the kids back, getting them interested again, and trying to, key focus of mine is trying to retain them. So last year I made sure it was as fun as I could to get all my kids back, and I think we got them all back. So it'll be a bit more emphasis on that, just keeping that going. But I do think we've probably lost under 10s as sort of an important year coming out of under 9s at their single age group. I was really keen to get more focus with a couple of other parents on certain techniques and drills to build up that skill set. So we probably will lose that a little bit through the season, but I suppose until we get back, first and foremost, again, it'll be about fun, building that belief again, and then working off the back of that, hopefully, with any sort of skill technique corrections as best we can.
Well, good luck with it. Hopefully the kids get up and going pretty soon and they can get a little bit of footy in towards the back end of this year and get excited about maybe 2021 being a full season.
So that was a great conversation there with Rowan, how he goes about ensuring there's a balance of fun and skill development as they go hand in hand to build confidence of junior players. As we know, junior footballers, if they're confident in their skill level and particularly their kicking, they'll continue to play the great game of Australian rules football. He conceded that only 1 hour a week makes it hard to improve players' kicking, so if you need assistance to develop your son or your daughter's kicking, check out www.kicktoadvantage.com.au and we'll certainly be able to assist you to make your son or daughter be the best kick they can be. Thanks for joining us at Kick to Advantage.